Flying over Guna is like glimpsing a vision of paradise. The archipelago, with its stunning array of islands, is a breathtaking sight from above. The turquoise waters shimmer under the sun, creating a mesmerizing contrast with the lush greenery of the islands. Islands, hundreds of them, dot the impossibly blue waters. Each island is unique, some large and covered in dense jungle, others small and barely more than a strip of sand. Together they form a mosaic of natural beauty that is unparalleled. Palm trees sway in the breeze, casting shadows on the white sand. The gentle rustling of the leaves and the rhythmic sound of the waves create a serene and tranquil atmosphere. It's a place where time seems to stand still, and the worries of the world fade away. This is a place untouched by time, a world away from the hustle and bustle of modern life. The beaches are pristine, the waters crystal clear, and the air is filled with the scent of salt and tropical flowers. It's a sanctuary for those seeking peace and solitude. For centuries, the Guna people have called this archipelago home. Their villages, with their thatched roof huts and communal spaces, are a testament to their enduring way of life. They have managed to preserve their traditions and culture in the face of modernity. They've lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the sea and the sky. Fishing, farming, and crafting are not just means of survival but are deeply embedded in their cultural identity. Their knowledge of the land and sea is profound and passed down through generations. Theirs is a story of survival, resilience, and an unwavering connection to their cultural heritage. Traditional ceremonies, vibrant clothing, and intricate crafts are all expressions of their rich history and deep-rooted beliefs. They celebrate life, nature, and their ancestors with a spirit that is both humble and proud. But paradise is under threat. The rising sea levels and changing weather patterns are beginning to take their toll on this fragile ecosystem. The once stable shores are now eroding, and the frequency of storms is increasing, putting both the land and its people at risk. The Guna, like so many indigenous communities around the world, are facing the devastating impacts of climate change. Their homes, their way of life, and their very existence are being challenged by forces beyond their control. The rising waters threaten to submerge their islands, displacing communities and disrupting their traditional ways. The very existence of their island home is in jeopardy. As the sea encroaches, the Guna are forced to confront an uncertain future. Their resilience and adaptability will be tested as they strive to protect their heritage and sustain their way of life in the face of an ever-changing world. The Guna people, also known as the Dul, have a rich and vibrant culture that has been preserved through centuries of tradition and resilience. They are particularly renowned for their intricate molas, which are colorful textile panels that are meticulously sewn together to create beautiful blouses, bags, and other items. Each mola is a unique piece of art, reflecting the creativity and skill of the women who make them. These molas are not just decorative, they tell stories, often depicting elements of nature and Guna mythology. The designs can include anything from animals and plants to complex scenes from Guna legends. Life in Guna, their homeland, is lived close to the sea. The ocean is a central part of their daily lives and cultural identity. Fishing is not just a source of food, it's woven into the fabric of their existence. The Guna have developed sustainable fishing practices that have been passed down through generations, ensuring that they live in harmony with the marine environment. The Guna are also guardians of the coral reefs, understanding the delicate balance of this ecosystem. They have a deep respect for the sea and its resources, which is reflected in their conservation efforts. Their traditional knowledge and practices have ensured the sustainability of their way of life for generations. They use natural resources wisely, always mindful of the impact on their environment. Families gather in bamboo huts built on stilts over the water. These homes are designed to withstand the coastal environment and are a testament to the Guna's ingenuity and adaptability. Elders play a crucial role in the community, sharing stories and wisdom with the younger generations. This oral tradition is a vital part of Guna culture, ensuring that their history and knowledge are passed down and preserved. But this ancient way of life is now at a crossroads. Modern influences and environmental changes are posing new challenges to the Guna people. The sea, once their lifeline, is now threatening their very existence. Rising sea levels and increased flooding are forcing the Guna to adapt in ways they never have before. The community is working together to find solutions, but the future remains uncertain. Despite these challenges, the Guna remain resilient. They hold community meetings to discuss their future and explore ways to protect their land and culture. Their spirit of unity and determination is a beacon of hope. The younger generation is particularly hopeful, eager to learn from their elders while also embracing new ideas and technologies. They are the future of the Guna people, carrying forward the legacy of their ancestors while navigating the complexities of the modern world. As the sun sets over Gunayala, it casts a golden light on a community that is both ancient and ever-evolving. The Guna people, with their rich traditions and deep connection to the sea, continue to inspire with their resilience and adaptability. The impacts of climate change are not a distant threat for the Guna people, they are a daily reality. Rising sea levels are swallowing their islands whole. What was once solid ground is now underwater during high tide. The sea, once a source of life, is now lapping at their doorsteps, eroding the land, and contaminating their freshwater sources. The consequences are dire. Homes are being damaged, crops are failing, and the delicate balance of their island ecosystem is being disrupted. The Guna are facing an impossible choice: stay and adapt or leave their ancestral homeland behind.
There's simply not enough space for everyone. Basic necessities like clean water, sanitation, and housing are becoming increasingly scarce.
Compounding the challenges of climate change is the issue of overcrowding. As sea levels rise, the islands are shrinking and the population is growing. This has led to a severe shortage of space and resources. Imagine trying to squeeze a whole city onto a few blocks. That's the reality for many in Gunayala. The tight-knit communities that have always been a source of strength for the Guna are now facing unprecedented strain.
The fish are disappearing, the reefs are dying, and our nets are coming back empty. I remember a time when the sea provided abundantly, when our catches were plentiful. Now the fish are scarce, and the future seems uncertain.
Our children deserve to grow up on these islands, just like we did. But I worry for their future. Where will they go? What will become of our people?
These are the voices of the Guna, people facing an existential crisis with courage and determination. Section 6. Paradise Lost. Tourism and its impacts. Tourism, often touted as a solution for economic development, is a double-edged sword for the Guna. While it brings in much-needed income, it also puts a strain on their limited resources. The influx of visitors, if not managed sustainably, can lead to environmental degradation, pollution, and the erosion of their cultural identity. The Guna are caught in a delicate balancing act. They need to find a way to benefit from tourism without compromising their environment or their way of life. The question is, can paradise be preserved in the face of progress? Section 7. Seeking higher ground, relocation and adaptation. Faced with the daunting reality of rising sea levels, the Guna people are taking matters into their own hands. They are actively seeking solutions, adapting to the changing environment, and planning for the future. One such solution is relocation. The Guna are beginning to move inland, to higher ground on the mainland of Panama. This is not an easy decision. It means leaving behind their ancestral homes, the islands that have shaped their identity for centuries.
But it's a testament to our resilience, our ability to adapt and survive.
Section 8. The spirit of the Guna, resilience and hope. Despite the challenges, the spirit of the Guna people remains unbroken. Their resilience is a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. They are not simply victims of climate change, they are agents of change, actively working to protect their culture, their environment, and their future. They are teaching their children about the importance of sustainability, of living in harmony with nature. They are sharing their story with the world, hoping to inspire action and raise awareness about the plight of indigenous communities facing the impacts of climate change. Section 9. A call to action, standing with the Guna. This section is dedicated to understanding the plight and resilience of the Guna people, a community that stands as a testament to the interconnectedness of all human beings. The story of the Guna people is a reminder that we are all interconnected. Their way of life, deeply rooted in harmony with nature, offers valuable lessons for us all. The challenges they face are not theirs alone. They are a microcosm of the global struggle against climate change. These challenges are shared by all of humanity. From urban flooding to drought-stricken lands, no one is immune to the effects of a changing climate. Climate change knows no borders. It is a global crisis that requires a unified global response. We have a responsibility to listen to the voices of indigenous communities who have been the stewards of the earth for generations, to learn from their wisdom, which has been passed down through centuries, and to integrate their sustainable practices into our modern lives, and to support their efforts to adapt and thrive in the face of environmental changes. Their resilience and ingenuity are sources of inspiration. We must act now to reduce our impact on the environment. The consequences of inaction are dire and far-reaching. To transition to sustainable practices, such as renewable energy and sustainable farming, which can mitigate the effects of climate change, and to protect the rights of vulnerable communities, who are often the first to suffer from environmental degradation. The time for complacency is over. We must act with urgency and determination. The future of the Guna, a community that has lived in harmony with nature for centuries, and indeed the future of our planet, depends on our collective action. We must come together as a global community to plant trees, clean up our environment, and cooperate on an international scale to combat climate change. Let us stand with the Guna in solidarity and support, and with all indigenous communities who have long been the guardians of our planet, in the fight for climate justice and a sustainable future for all. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a livable planet for future generations.